Welcome to Digital Asset News. Take your top stories in cryptocurrency and digital assets. And I'm bringing out a bite-sized piece. Today, we have what I like to refer to as a perfect storm. And first up, you've got one of the Nordic banks, Danske. They are delving into negative interest rates, and this has actually been going on for quite some time. But the interesting thing is not that they're actually doing it, but that they're going even deeper into negative interest rates to hold people's money and the reasons for why they're actually doing that. So we'll take a look at that on top of some great information as far as Alibaba, rumored to have bought 20 billion in Bitcoin. This is a rumor, and why I just want to cover it quickly, just to tell everybody why rumors really should not be trusted, as we've seen with Walmart and some other different properties like Facebook, who came out to be false. And then finally, we'll finish up with Voyager Digital, providing a business update for April and what's going on over there, because let's be honest, we got to take a look at that. So we'll get into all those three stories, but first take a look at what's going on in the markets. Today it is May 3rd. Congratulations, we're back to 2.3 trillion for a market cap, and the sentiment is still a little bearish, but we've done a massive up run. I think why it's bearish is because of, when you do that type of influx of capital in form of a market cap, people get a little bit nervous. They're like, you know what, retracements are a little bit normal, and I think that's what we could potentially see. But 2.3 trillion, hey, we'll take it. So on top of that, we'll take a look at the sentiment and what we're going on here. So Bitcoin's almost 58. Ethereum, the big story today, it's at $3,200, and everybody's excited. Everybody's happy about that, and that's great. So if you're an Ethereum holder, fantastic. We'll see how this all works out as they transition over to Ethereum 2.0 and staking. Binance coin, you know what? What's down, really? 24% for XRP, down 0.74. Everything's up. It's a good day. These are the great days. Just get to sit back and just not do anything. And really, if you want to take profits, that's up to you. This is not. This is financial opinion, not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do, and that's really what it comes down to. Let's take a look at the projected range as far as sentiment. If you want to take a look at Trade the Chain, there's a link in the description. You can figure this all out and find if that's something that's good for you. But if you're a trader, I'm not. This middle part, let me pull this up, Jesus, so you can see it. So you got 3%. This middle number here, 2.95%. That was with 90% assurance is what's going to happen the next hour, up to 10%, negative 3. So if you're a trader, look at BTU Protocol, AirSwap, Gnosis, Waves, Mithril, and Civic. And I will tell you this, Waves has been on quite a tear, and holy smokes, 32.58. We did a Trinity trading series, and it was at 28.88, and we said it was going to go up massively. And of course, people just laughed and said, it's already gone up massively, you moron. And here we are. So, eat crow. And that's what's going on. So let's take a look at what's going on today, shall we? All right. Before we get going, just one thing I like to make mention is that we did a video yesterday. It was about generational wealth, and I just talked about the things that I would invest into and the 5 top altcoins I would hold for 5 to 10 years, which is really a crapshoot. I mean, really nobody really knows. But I just said, here's my choice: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Theta, and Polkadot. And I gave you the reasons. And if you want to watch the video for the explanation, go ahead and check that out. Some people said the video was too long, so if you just want the information, well, there it is. There's the 5 coins, and that's it. So what's going on today? Negative interest rates for the banks. This apparently has been going on for quite some time in EU and banks globally, but it was interesting that this came out because it makes you wonder, what's going on and the reason that they give. So I'll get into that in a second. So first up, Danske Bank lowers the threshold for the charging of negative interest rates. Well, first of all, who's Danske Bank? It's a Nordic bank. I mean, is it some small bank or a big bank? It's got helping customers in 12 countries, 3.3 million personal business accounts, 2,300 corporate, almost 20,000 employees, and 183 branches. The core markets is Denmark, Finland, Norway, and Sweden. So, pretty good population. And here's their footprint all around there, and a little part over there. So not a small place. And what are they doing? Well, they're charging people to put money into their bank. That's what it is. They're introducing an interest rate spread of negative 0.75 to negative 1% per annum for business customers. Small businesses will be charged the least negative rates. Congratulations, small businesses. You've got the least negative interest rates of negative 0.75. The change will take effect on 1st July. So if you're not familiar with negative interest rates, in America, we don't have those yet, but we'll see. This means that for you to store money in there and for them to hold it and secure it, you're going to pay them for that. And that's just how it is. And over on Twitter, I posted this, and some people said, well, that's actually pretty good because, they're FDIC insured. I'm like, no, they're not. So like in America, you have FDIC insured, and then some parts in Germany, I believe that they have insurance up to so much. But a lot of banks in the European Union, they don't have big, large insurances. So if you're going to store in there, like, hey, could happen. Maybe, hopefully no one robs the place, and then off you go. So correct me where I'm wrong here in the comment section. But as far as I read, it's not widespread as far as like deposit insurance in banks across the EU and different parts of the globe. Anyhow, so this is from, I believe, the bank president. It states, this is the strangest part here. We have experienced highly unusual interest rate levels for a long time now, and there is no prospect of this changing. Unusually high interest rate change levels. Great. So they're doing the negative. And then this is the part that's just befuddles me. I'm confused. At the same time, we see a significantly increasing deposit surplus, which in the current interest rate environment results in a considerable expense for the banks. Let me get this straight. So the banks themselves are saying there are so many people depositing so much money, it's a huge strain on us, and we can't really take it. So we got to charge you to put money into our banks. And I'm thinking to myself, well, isn't that the whole point of the bank? And not only that, isn't that the whole point of like fractional reserve lending, where you give them 100 and they lend out 98, and some people will say, no, Rob, that's not true. You put in 100 and they lend out 100. So I don't know what it is in all these banks, but I'm like, that's the whole point. So if there's two things. I mean, first of all, if they're really losing money that much, interesting. The second thing is, if they have people just beating on their door like, I gotta put all this money in here and I have no other alternatives, I just find it very odd that is happening right now. I mean, there is a ton of quantitative easing or money printing. We in America just printed trillions, and that has been dumped into the market. So maybe that could be a factor. There's so much money, so much fiat paper money out there. Like, well, I got no place to put it. I can only put it on my mattress for so much. And then it's just a thing. But again, it doesn't make any sense because it's just zeros and ones. It's not like it's real paper. I mean, you're not getting paper money. You're just getting zeros and ones in a ledger. So I don't know. Correct me where I'm wrong in my thinking. It just doesn't make much sense to me. And that, I think, is part of that perfect storm. So to finish up this article, just the changes to the rates. Business customers will change from 0.6 positive to between negative 0.75 and negative 1. And it states we need to ensure that our deposit business is profitable also in the future in order to run a financially viable bank. So the thing I just keep thinking about is like, are cryptocurrencies really taking up that much effort, or is there something else behind the scenes that are causing these banks to really falter? I mean, I think I know part of the reason. We've seen a huge amount of physical banks close their doors because they can't, it's not a viable option for them. Everybody banks online. So with this one, like, people are looking for options and people are moving in. Maybe these banks are getting blockbustered like we've always talked about. Not for sure, but it looks not too great for the banks. Anyhow, let me know what you think in the comments section, and let's move on to our next piece. This one I'm going to go over very quickly. We've had rumors, and rumors are just that. They're just rumors, and people just speculate, right? Just like this market, everybody's speculating. So I want to bring it to everybody's attention so you don't just blow your whole money on this one and go, oh, well, if Alibaba gets in, then it's going to go to the moon. It's just a rumor. And it's unsubstantiated. So we had a rumor not too long ago that Walmart definitely bought a bunch of Bitcoin. Well, guess what? They're a publicly traded company. And when they came out with their earnings report, no Bitcoin. And then we had this nice rumor that Facebook bought up a ton of Bitcoin and everybody's excited. And guess what? Financial reports came out, publicly traded company. They didn't buy Bitcoin. So here we got Alibaba, a Chinese company, Jack Ma, the CEO, founder. And he's like, yeah, we're going to buy 20 billion Bitcoin. Maybe they did. I don't know if China's real big into that. I mean, they could be. Maybe they want an economic foothold into the cryptocurrency game, but who knows? But this is really it. Rumors are coming in following the announcement from the company that its 2021 Q1 earnings report will hit the market on 13th of May. So that's your bellwether. 13th of May, store that in your brain because maybe that could be a big date. Alibaba Group Holding Limited revealed that before the U.S. market reopens on the 13th of May, which is on a Thursday, it will announce its first quarter financial results, which will be unaudited. And so that's just it. So 13th of May, maybe 14th of May, we could see fireworks if it really does come out that, hey, they did actually invest into Bitcoin. So, hey, maybe so. But so far, the big other rumors were false. So we'll see. But I thought this was funny. CNBC's Rand Nooner also tweeted what could be interesting as him implying that the rumors were true. USA, and this is his tweet, USA, Tesla buys 1.5 billion of Bitcoin. China, Alibaba, hold my beer. And of course, saying, hey, hold my beer. I'm gonna do what they just did. We'll see if it's true. I don't know. And Chairman Jack Ma had branded the asset a bubble in the past. But just remember that Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan, he said that Bitcoin was a fraud and everything else. And they just opened it up and said, hey, 1% of your portfolio should be in cryptocurrencies. Oh, and also we're going to help you out if you're a rich individual to put you into a fund for Bitcoin, because that's how JP Morgan rolls. And that's it. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Let's move on to our next and last piece. Voyager Digital. So I'm a big fan. I was kind of ticked off when things kind of slid down by the wayside because they had the growing pains, but that is what it is. I recommended it and I stand by it. And people were so angry because they're like, Rob, you recommended it and it's just not working out too great. Well, that's true. And then I stopped recommending it, and I still don't recommend it right now. I talked about that before. Let me reiterate, because there's always some comments. Do I think that Voyager is going to $30 to $75 per Voyager token during this bull run, at the end of the bull run? Yes. Do I still believe in the team, Steve Ehrlich, and the people behind Voyager? Yes. Do I still believe it is a viable product and will do great things? Yes, yes, and yes. So, having said that, here's what's going on. For April, Voyager onboarded new users at a record rate with over 130,000 new funded accounts added to the platform. Pretty amazing, because before that, they were looking at around 40 and 60,000. And then all of a sudden, they had that big, massive run in March. Now they have 130,000 new funded. So they doubled, and they're going to go even higher. The company plans on adding additional coins over the next 60 days. That's great. We like that. Steve Ehrlich, CEO and co-founder, we continue to scale our infrastructure with a 2021 goal to accommodate 10 million users. So here's the thing. So if you're still having problems, when all those things were going on, the growing pains, I know there was a big problem because half of all my emails were complaints about Voyager. And that's why I stopped recommending them. I'd get DMs, I would get emails, and it was just bombarding me. And I was like, you know what? I'm not customer support. I recommended them. They're going through growing pains. I'm sorry. This happens with every single business out there. So when you have these things, I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach out to Voyager. I'm going to try to expedite these processes. I put them on Twitter. I've tagged Steve and Invest Voyager. I've done my absolute very best, and I haven't recommended them for anybody else. However, I'm going to stop that very soon when they catch up, because I get very few emails and DMs. And within the next, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks, I'll probably go back to recommending them. I didn't recommend them right now because I want them to catch up. I don't want to have me push more customers in. But right now, I think they are. And there's always going to be some people who are just unpleased with it. And they're like, you know what? I can't get my money out. I can't do this. I can't do that. It's growing pains. What can I tell you? I had to wait a good 20 some days for a transfer myself. And there's some that are still on there. Again, I still believe in the long term of it. And that's what I got for you. So if you don't like it and you don't want to be there, just keep bombarding them and then just get out and close your account. And that's all I'll tell you. I personally will be there for the long haul. That's it. All right. Understand the comments section. And then lastly, let me finish up with this great piece of news. First of all, if you got some Cardano, maybe think about staking with the Dan News stake pool. Every epoch, which is every 5 days, we give to Kiva. These are microloans for the global community to help people really expand themselves. And this is for the unbanked or the underserved. And we just gave, what was it? I just started this on Kiva. Kiva was one of the founders of PayPal. They created that. And these microloans go to people throughout the entire globe, and you can pick it all out. I just started the new team today, which is the Digital Asset News team for lending. The link is in the description. It's like the second or third one down there, right underneath the danteachescrypto.com. And I was just doing it individually as Digital Asset News. Now I created a team so we can all get together. And if you want to fund people and give to people who are trying to do right in their communities, especially the ones that are very destitute, then this is it. So my first one was to, this is Gilmer in farming. And his whole thing, his loan helps to buy manure, prune his plants, and grow corn. And I always donate about, or do the microloans about 100 ADA per epic. And that's, I just kind of said 125, then I donated to Kiva as well, and that was the total. And this is every 5 days. Now, the thing about Kiva is that they pay you back. So as they pay me back, I will just keep making more loans and more loans and more loans. And over time, I think I can loan out a ton of money and help out a lot of people who are trying to support their community. And I want you to come with me. So if you'd like to do that, join up the Cardano stake pool over at DNews. The link's in the description. It's like the second one underneath Dan Deitch's Crypto. And then just so you know, when you go to the website, there's a video that explains exactly how to do it. There's transparency. I just want you to know that this pool tool, we have two pools, DNews 1 and DNews 2. And just so you know, when you click on that, it's going to take you here. So sometimes, I just want everybody know, it's all about luck and for your staking pool, but it should even out to around 5%. Right now, DNews stake pool, the return on ADA lifetime is 4.79%. So and then monthly, not so great. When you click down here and you click on rewards, you can see how we did for the last one. We were actually at 6.45% for rates, but then the one before that was 4.47, 2.6. We had horrible luck on that one, 51%, 75, and then 113%. So it's a complex formula. Watch the video, and it should all even out to around between 4 and 6%. We're averaging around 5, especially for DNews Stake Pool 2. The return on ADA monthly is 5.26. Return on lifetime is 5.24. If you click on rewards, you can see all the rewards that we've ever done. And we were at 5.0 for last month, or this month, or this last epic, 5.88, 4.6, 4.8, 4.3, 5.8. So you can check that out. And again, links in the description. Join us, try to save, try to do a lot of great things for everybody. And then lastly, I will just say this. I need to make these videos a little bit snappier, a little bit quicker, because we're moving into some of my other businesses. And one of those is that we do a biannual obstacle course event here in El Paso. And it's to help the underprivileged kids here in EP, Texas. So what I have to do is I have to go back and then create the obstacle course and get the guys to come out there and build everything and everything else. So these videos, I'm not gonna be doing 2 or 3 a day for the next 3-4 months. That's what I'll be doing. So I'll probably put out 1 a day, and that's it. So just so you know, that's what's going on. Anyhow, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. If you like that, give it a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Consider subscribing, and check out the links. See you in the next one. Bye.